6 upcoming games that Stardew Valley players will love. Which of these are you most excited for? And are there any amazing games that I missed? Please let me know in the comments below. Let's start off with a game that seems incredibly unique. A sci-fi farming simulator called Lonely Outpost. This game will have you start off in a brand new colony on some new planet. You will start off the game completely alone, and as you slowly progress and prove that this planet can sustain crop growth and life, colonists will come from around the galaxy and form a town. As you play the game, the town will get larger until you have a full-fledged community. This starting from nothing idea is pretty interesting to me because the colonists who join will come with their own expertise and can teach you important things that will help you further the colony. Since the terrain on this planet is harsh and unforgiving, you will have to mutate your crops to handle sandstorms and deter insects. There are also these ancient relics on the planet that may reveal why the planet is so empty. One Lonely Outpost definitely deserves more attention due to how unique they have made it. The game should be releasing early next year, and I hope it turns out great. Next up, we have an absolute banger, a game that you know I will be playing on release, The Ranchers. This is a farming simulator where you literally start with nothing. In most farming simulator games, you at least get a rundown house, but in this game, you will have to craft and place down a tent to start off with. This game is absolutely packed with features and things to do. Of course, there will be farming, lots of farming, and there will be ranching, where you raise and look after your animals like in most farming simulators. But when it comes to your farmhouse, you will be building it from scratch, from the foundations to the walls to the decoration, kind of like a survival game, very unique to the farming simulator genre. But I am all for it. The game seems to have a very interesting sense of progression. In the beginning of the game, you will have a bicycle for transport. As you play the game and make more money, you can purchase bigger, more useful vehicles like delivery vans or trucks to carry heavy farm animals. Eventually, you can even splurge and purchase a luxury vehicle, which should give you a nice goal to work towards. Naturally, the game also features a large town with many people to get to know and even romance. Now, looking at this game, you might not think there will be any combat, but somehow the developers managed to find a way to fit combat and even boss fights into the game. To be honest, there is so much going on in this game. It probably deserves its very own dedicated video. If the developers manage to pull all of this off, this is going to be an amazing game. Next, we have a cute game called Ever After Falls. This is a vibrant, colorful 2D game, and the game art is actually exceptional. In Ever After Falls, you will be doing what you know and love: farm and explore a world full of secrets and mystery, but with a very fun twist. First, you will have a pet that will follow you wherever you go. Fortunately for us, this pet is not just cute. Our pet will also help out on your farm. You can task your pet to till the ground, water crops, and even fight enemies in dungeons. But this game also has drones that will help you out on the farm with watering and all kinds of tasks. So as you progress through the game, your daily chores will become progressively easier, which is different, and I'm excited to see how far I can push this automation. To progress and grow your character stronger, you will get to pick one of 3 cards whenever you level up. To gain the benefits of the cards, you will have to eat that card. That's strange, but definitely unique. Core Keeper is a very interesting game. It is a mining sandbox where you are trapped underground in an ancient cavern. In this cavern, you will have a small base that you can expand and eventually turn into a vast homestead. Everything you need to do that will be within the cavern's endless procedurally generated underground world. In this underground world, you will find rare ores to mine, wood by chopping down massive roots, enemies to defeat for loot, and treasure to find. There are also massive bosses to fight, which is always a win in my books. Thankfully, the game has a large array of weapons to choose from as well. Don't worry, there is farming in this game as well. You will find seeds that you can grow and use use the harvested crops to cook food. These food items are going to be critically important to survive and thrive in this dangerous, mysterious world. And if you like playing with friends, then Core Keeper will definitely be for you. You can either play solo or you can play with up to 7 friends. Core Keeper just looks really interesting and it should be released very soon. Next up, we have Coral Island. And to be honest, Coral Island is the first game that I ever backed on Kickstarter. And that is due to how much potential this game actually has. Coral Island seems to take a ton of inspiration from Stardew Valley and has added its own Eastern Asian twist with unique crops, animals, and emphasis on the protection of coral reefs that Indonesia is so famous for. This game is what we're used to with Stardew Valley, a heavy emphasis on farming and raising animals. A large town packed full of villagers, all with their own personalities and quirks. Befriend the townspeople, get to know them, and even fall in love. There are 50 villagers in Coral Island, and 16 of them are marriage candidates. You can also traverse the Forgotten Caverns, a mine that is full with ores to mine and enemies to defeat. But this game has added its own unique concepts that make it different and interesting. Dive into the ocean to clear up trash and save the coral reef. During your dives, you will find a mermaid, and eventually you will even get invited to the Mer Kingdom. Yeah, Coral Island is definitely an interesting game. Alright, I know you were expecting this one. Haunted Chocolatier takes the #1 spot on this list by a landslide. You love Stardew Valley, I love Stardew Valley. We have been playing Stardew Valley for years, and now the developer of our favorite game is making another game, the Haunted Chocolatier. If for some reason you have no idea what I'm talking about, Haunted Chocolatier is a game where you, the player, own a small chocolate store. Your goal in the game is to hop into a colorful green world filled with resources to gather and enemies to defeat for their loot. The Haunted Chocolatier is a game with more of a focus on combat than Stardew Valley, which sounds like a lot of fun since I love combat in Stardew Valley. Anyway, you will be gathering resources to cook a large range of chocolate products. What makes this game extra interesting is that you will get to customize your store in any way you want, and there are ghosts in your store that will assist you with your Chocolatier adventure. Concerned Ape hasn't shared much about the game, and there is no release date currently, but I just can't help myself from being excited for this game. I don't even know what to expect for the Haunted Chocolatier. All I know is that I am absolutely buying it on release. And those are the upcoming games that I am most excited for. If you like this video, hit subscribe, but for now, I will see you in the next video.